Hello friends, we still continue with the Python regular expressions set of questions and programs. In this particular program, I am going to deal with a character class. That means over here if you look 0-9, so I can pick up any digit in between this particular set. Similarly, I can pick up any alphabet that can be a lowercase or it can be a uppercase. But what does this plus in between stands for? And that's what we are going to explore. And this kind of thing is very frequently quite annoying unless and until you know the exact flow how it is going to work. Okay, let me execute the program. So we are right now in regular expression underscore file number 2, and it is asking me to enter the input. So as I said, this input is simply a string, but a regular expression string. Okay. So what I said that I have to give a number. Plus means at least one you need. Without that it will not work. But 0-9 means it can be any digit. So let's go with the digit 3. And there's a plus is there. Plus means at least one digit you have to write. Yeah, I wrote that. At least one digit I wrote. But I can also involve more. So I can come up with something like 5. I can write something like 7. I can go for 8. As many digits you want you can add, no problem, but it should always end with one single alphabet. So here I have to write any single alphabet, that can be any alphabet of whichever case it is. Let's go with the alphabet called D. So this is what I wrote, and it is a correct string, match found. Let's explore the thing once again. So I have to write any number. So let me write the number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, no problem, but it should end with one alphabet, which can be an uppercase also. So let's go with uppercase F, and the string matches perfectly well, there is no problem. Again, let's go and give the input. It always has to start with numbers. What if I start with alphabet, like suppose lowercase a followed by number? This will not work because it has clearly mentioned the starting input should always be a number. So when you are writing this kind of expression, remember these expressions are meant for the state transition diagram. So you have to come up with a valid input. The input says that it should be any digit. So it can be any digit or it can be any number of digits. Suppose if I don't give any digit and then I put only alphabet, that is not valid. This is not a valid because it has to start at least with 1, because here we have mentioned very clearly at least with one digit should be there. That is the reason why the plus is there. So this is also not a valid input. So at least one digit, that can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means you want, no problem, followed by one alphabet. But what if I don't end? Then also this is not going to match the string, because here you have mentioned very strictly that there has to be one string. Now if you say this last character is optional, I may give, I may not give, then you can go with question mark, because question mark means it may not be there, and if it is there then it will be exactly 1. So let me run the code again, and this time I give all numbers only. I don't give any alphabet. Last time it did not work, but this time it should work, and it did work because I have given a question mark. So the last character is optional, but if it is there, it has to be there only one time. You cannot go for repetition. Like I go for one character, it is perfectly fine, and if I try to insert more than one, AS, and that will not work because you have mentioned and question mark over here. So if you even go with plus, that means you have to give at least one number, at least one character, that you have to give now. At least one number, like let it be 2, at least one character, let it be B. This is a valid string, and if you want you can apply more number of characters, I mean more number of digits like this. You can apply more number of characters like this also, there is no problem, perfectly fine. And if you are going with asterisk, which we have already discussed, in that case what will happen, you may not give input at all, but if you give, you have the option for going for 1 or even going for more than 1. So let's run the code now. I start with a number. I may not give anything. Yes, that is also perfectly fine. I will go with one character, that is also fine. I go with more than one character, combining both uppercase and lowercase, that is also perfectly fine. Great. So that's how the thing is working. So here we have come across a character class. That means out of this particular range of characters you can pick any digit. Out of this range of character you can pick any digit. So that's how the third bracket is coming in picture. So in my next video I will introduce first bracket, and then we will explore one by one what is the role of all the bracket in regular expression. And please go through this video minutely so there is no confusion, and if you see, I'm providing lots of input to make the expression as simple as possible. Okay, so let's wait for my next video. Until then, have a nice time.